this is Sam, the Frugal Hugel gardener. I'm standing here in front of one of my blue java banana plants that I've been watching for the past few days. First I seen one turning yellow, then 3, then 5, and now pretty much they're ready to harvest, although not all of them. The whole backside halfway around is yellow. A couple in the front are turning, but they're not. And I was gonna let it go until all of them turn yellow, but in my zone, 9A, in my microclimate area, it's real hard to have the whole rack turn without splitting or bananas falling off. So I checked this when I went in the house last night after I put my chickens away, and it looked like I could let it go another day. I come out here this morning, even though we had high winds and a lot of rain, which may contribute it. The blue java has a thin skin on it. It's not as thick as a lot of the other plants, so when they ripen, this one was right here, they'll just go ahead and fall off the weight of the banana. So this may have fell off last night or this morning, but it was right down on the ground. It looks really good, not even dirty, nothing bothered it. So this is a good banana. So we're gonna come over here and harvest this, but I noticed another one over there is starting to yellow. So I got 2 racks that are starting. I already harvested multiple racks. Now, I just want to mention, I'm in 9A. We have frost, we have freezes. It affects the plants, not only the blue java, but all of them. What happens is, if you have a bud that's just starting to come out or is out and getting ready to give female blossoms that turn into banana fingers and then all the way down to the males, what happens is that cold spell affects the fruit. It'll make it shrivel up and brown and be no good, so you got to cut down the plant. But also a few of them are right at the tip of the bud coming out. It affects them also, but it doesn't kill the blossoms, the fingers, the hands, the rack, because it's still protected inside of the banana plant. But when it does come out, the first set of banana racks that come out, although the bananas are still nice and plump, not affected at all, the actual size of the rack is. It has a couple less hands on it. But you know, in my book, that's okay, because I have a lot of bananas on this one, and they're going to go into my freezer, and I'm going to be able to use them to bake and to go ahead, make shakes with, puddings with, you know, that kind of thing. So you also notice that I grow bananas singly, in 3s, and in clumps, you know, a mat. Well, when I do that, there's a reason for it, okay? Because here's a rack. If I had one banana plant giving off the bud, giving off the blossoms, turned into fingers to hands in a rack, I would just have that one rack. But on this clump, and I have other videos on this down below where I show them all, I got this one, that one, and multiple others going around. So on this one here, I have to go count, but there's probably 5 or 6 racks on it. So in reality, if this one is shy a hand or 2, times this by another 5 or 6, I'm way ahead of the game as far as the amount or the quantity of bananas. Now, I'm a private property owner, and I'm growing these for myself, for my freezer to eat. So I'd rather have quantity than one large rack. Although I have a lot of large racks, but they tend to come out when it's way down here, and then the bud comes out in April or May. Those racks tend to be longer, and I'll show you that here in a second. So before I go ahead and harvest this, and do a taste test. I better do the taste test now because I see the gnats and all that are coming out now, the fruit flies. So let me do the taste test. I'm going to show you the ones that are yellow in it and some of my larger racks. So right here, let's do a blue java taste test. I know I've done them before, but I'm going to eat this regardless if I do a taste test on the video because it fell on the ground and I want to eat it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to eat it on video or off video. Okay, I'm just trying to peel all that away. Okay, so here it is. Fell on the ground, totally ripe. Taste awesome. You know, what could one say if you're eating a plant ripe banana right off of the plant? There is no comparison to a store-bought that's harvested overseas, totally green, still has square edges. Notice these are plump and rounded. They lost all their pointy square edges. This is totally ripe off of the rack. This has a lot more sugar content than the ones you get in the store. You know, the ones in the store, we're used to eating them and they taste great, but they don't have the sugar content like this. They just taste a lot better when you let them yellow on the rack, on the plant, and then bring them inside, set them on cardboard, drape a towel over them, and in a few days all those are going to be ripe. And when you give them the squeeze test, you want them to be just, even though they're yellow, you want them to be just soft enough, and then peel them, put them on parchment paper, put them in the freezer overnight. They freeze, then take them and put them in plastic bags, and then they don't stick together. Once they stick together, you'll never get them apart unless you cut them up. So if you do it that way, they won't stick together. So let me finish this. Woo, it's so good. And I'm not exaggerating for the video. It's just, I'm savoring the flavor because it tastes so good right off of the plant. Now I have gallon bags in the freezer already, and I'm gonna add these to that. I've been making shakes. I still haven't baked yet this year, but I'm gonna go ahead and make me some muffins shortly. My chickens get these. Watch, we'll go feed one of my chickens this. We'll go look at a couple other racks, and then we'll get back to harvesting this. Okay, so do chickens like banana peels? Let's find out. Okay, so they're finicky. I just let them out. They pecked at it a little bit, but normally during the day they just go at it and tear it up. So I'm going to go over there and give it to them and see how they like it. Okay, so as you can see, these chickens here, they just tore it up. I don't know why they're being finicky this morning, but they got the treat. Back to the racks. Okay, so I'm in front of another blue java rack and clump. And you can see I got bud coming out. I got other racks on the plant all the way around. But this one over here, you can see it's starting to yellow. There's another one starting to yellow. So more than likely in about 2 or 3 days I'll get to harvest this. I'm going to watch it closely. So let's go check out some other racks. Here's a nice rack right here. Okay, so you can see this rack right here is much bigger. Has a lot more hands on it. Everything is nice and round on it. They're nice and plump. I've been watching this one daily. But this rack here came out after that one, So of course it's going to go ahead and start yellowing and be right to harvest a little bit later. But you can see the difference in the amount of hands on it, because this bud came out after April. And that's why right now they're getting ready to be harvested. Now I have some other ones that came out in May, June, July, August, and September, and even now in October. Hopefully we don't get a freeze at all, but if we do get one, hopefully it's in March, because normally in March we have a cold spell and a freeze, and then I have to start all over again. So let's go check out just a couple more racks and we're going to go harvest. Okay, so as you notice by the size of these grenades, the racks are really big, and there's about six of them on this clump over here, and they're all nice size because they're just coming in now. And the same thing over here with this Cavendish. These are coming in now. We're in October, so they started over a month ago. So you can see they're much larger when they come in later in the year in my zone and my microclimate and stuff like that. Plus I have large Namwas coming in and a lot of other varieties. And I got a lot more blue javas. We'll go take a look at another blue java rack real quick. Okay, so over here you can see I got a larger rack. It came in after April. Another one over here. You know, it's first thing in the morning, so you know there's not enough light, but that's okay, you get the point. Another one coming in now. And then on this side you see there's another nice one. This one's nice and plump and round. It should be turning yellow soon. I got more just coming in, and other ones still got a little ways to go. So they're at all different ages on the plant. So each month from here on out until our first freeze, I should be able to harvest each and every month. And that's why I hope there's no freeze this year, or it's in March. And here's a really nice Namwa rack. It's just coming in. So you can kind of see the difference if something comes in before the freeze, or they start coming in after the freeze, in the beginning of the year or the middle of the year. That all plays a part in my zone on the fruit itself. But no matter what, the fingers, the bananas on the hands and on the rack, they're all nice and plump, they're all good size, and they all taste great. The key is try to get them right before we have a freeze. Let's go harvest. Okay, so people say dwarf blue java or nama or what have you don't get tall. Well, this one right up here, this rack, where it connects, that's like 10 feet up. Now, if I get back here, that one up there, where it connects is about 12 feet up. So they do tend to have racks that are low, but they also do grow a lot taller than what people are saying they do. So here they are, they get pretty tall. Okay, so we're in front of the blue java where I just did the banana taste test because the banana fell. Right here's the skin where it broke off and it fell. So if I leave these on any longer, like till tomorrow, the odds are I'm gonna have more fall. We're supposed to have some big thunderstorms today, some high winds. It's gonna happen. So it's better to harvest it. So to harvest it, you know, all you gotta do is cut this. Now, you can't get clippers around this unless you take some big tree cutters. So most people use a machete or a sharp knife. Either's gonna work. But no matter what you do, you have to have a firm grip, because when you cut that, it's gonna wanna go down. Okay, so you could slam it and cut it, but that's gonna shake these, and then maybe more are gonna break off. So I wanna just go ahead and give it a saw, like that. And if you look, you see all this liquid dripping out right here? That's sap. Do not get the sap on you. It stains your clothes. As I will show you. You see all these stains? Let me go on this side. Okay, you can see all this dripping. It's dripping from here too. See all these stains on my windbreaker rain jacket over here? That's because of the sap. But here we go. Here's the rack. You can see where that one fell off right there. But this is the rack, and I got sap dripping down my arm now. And you can see it's a blue java. I'll turn it around. You can see that's a blue java. You got the knuckles. So, this is pretty heavy, so I'm going to put it down. Okay, so I got those in the house. I placed them on cardboard. I draped a towel over them. When I put them on the cardboard, I put some of the green ones down, the yellow ones up, so they didn't get squashed. And the reason why I don't like setting them down on the ground on the outside, because it just rained, they'll get dirt on them. So let me show you this dripping. Okay, even though a lot of it just dripped down, you can see that sap dripping now. It's dripping slower, but you see it coming off. If you get that sap on you, that's it. Your clothes are stained. Just like that. I tried a lot of things to get it out. It just don't come out. So if you see me working around here, I wear older clothes, ripped clothes, and stained clothes. Because I'm forever buying new clothes that are stained and ripped, so I'll get my money's worth out of them. Okay, so stick around because I'm going to show you what to do with your banana plant after you harvest. So hey, with that said, I'm Sam the Frugal Hugel Gardener. I hope you enjoyed my little video on harvesting and tasting a blue java, and also what to do with it after you harvest it. If you did, do me a favor, give me a like, give me a share. Come on over to my banana Facebook group. It's called Florida Banana Lovers. The link is in the description below. Just click on it. It'll take you over to my group. Sign up, and you'll learn a lot more about bananas. You could do some you could post photos, you could post videos, you could post whatever problems you're having, and we'll try to help you. Or just for the fun of it, show off and show us your banana plants. Hope to see you there. Okay, so you all know I put bonus footage at the end of the video. Once you harvest your banana rack, what do you do with your plant? You have to cut it down. So I'm removing my support. Here's the banana plant. I could use a machete, but it's real thick in there, so let me get my cutter. Okay, so you can see it's real thick right up in here. So if I was to take a machete, there's one there, there, and there, and down there. It's real hard for me to get in there and just cut that without cutting the others. So I have a nice cutting saw that's curved, so I could get right down in here and cut it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I take this, and I could get right in here now and cut it. Just like that, and now come right in here. There it is. Now notice I cut it, and I did not hit that, did not hit that, did not hit that, and did not hit that. So I love this because I could just like cut real easy with these edges, and it cuts. Okay, so now that it's on the ground, what do I do? Well, I want to cut off all the leaves because these are going to be fed to my chickens. Okay, then I cut it up. Split it up. Okay, so you can see I split them up so they're all ready to fall apart, and I'll just throw them for chop and drop. Now, one thing is, you could go ahead and take this core out here, and this here you're supposed to be able to slice it just like the Chinese do, the Orientals do, like bamboo shoots. So I don't want to get my hands all sticky, but I just throw them all on there for chop and drop. My hands are all sticky. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my bonus footage. Come on over to my banana group. We'll see you there.